Hey folks, this is a different way of doing this. Hopefully it's going to work a little easier for me, but we'll see. So I'm going to go through the mouse's lines, and this starts on page 13 where Alice says, "Excuse me." And the mouse says, "Why? What did you do?" You're going to sign Y. This is the letter Y, right? You're touching your head and go to Y. What did you do? And so this is DO, and you're doing it with both hands kind of back and forth. What did you do? Raise your shoulders. This is a question. So why? What did you do? I didn't do anything. Then excused why? Or even just, so you're just basically, excused why? I don't want to be excused for anything really. In that case, I would advise you not to say excuse me. Then, we went over this. I can't remember what we said the first time. If you remember what I said the first time, go with that. There's lots of ways to do this. In that case, I would advise you not to say excuse me. You can literally just say, don't say excuse me. Or you can be like, then why say it? Any of those will work. Please don't swim away. I can't swim in one place. Can't swim, stay, right? Okay, and then that puts us to 14. And on 14, Alice says, "Why, you're a mouse." And the mouse is going to be like, no comment, right? No comment. Yeah, this is all in the facial expression. You're just, yeah, of course I am. Can you tell me where I am? You ought to know. This is need. No, you ought to know. They're your tears, not mine. You ought to know these, your tears. Okay. So look around you. The tears are yours. And you can do your tears in either order. It does not make any difference. My tears, big tears, I'd say. You must be quite blubbery, right? And you don't even have to do the must. You can just be like, "Oh, you've been crying a lot," right? So you go from the tears to like your your forefingers that are sort of curved. Just so many tears, so much crying. Don't mice cry? Not like this. So you got this knot, and knot is like an A, but your thumb is up. You know the line in Romeo and Juliet, "Do you bite your thumb at us?" Basically, it's biting your thumb, but it comes from your chin. Not. So you're gonna be like, not like this, not like you've done, right? And this is just the letter Y going back and forth. Not like this. It would take me 100 years to cry a pool this size. Not like this. Me cry like this. Oh, so long, right? So you're basically two fingers touch your shoulder, come forward, but make it very intentional, sort of slow as you move it forward. I must tell Dinah. Who's Dinah? So who's is basically, you're questioning. It's like you're asking a question around your mouth. Who's Dinah? And it's like cat, but with a D. So who's Dinah? Dinah's my dear little cat. Oh, that's not you. Dinah's my dear little cat. A cat. So do it with both hands. A cat. Don't smile when you do it because that's the Cheshire cat. Just straight out a cat, and you're shocked, right? But I'm sorry. I don't suppose we should talk about that. I wasn't, right? So I wasn't. We don't always sign I, but in this case, you're going to make a point of it. I wasn't. Um, let's see. But Dinah's such a sweet pet. She's a serpent. She's a serpent. So this is, take your two finger and bend it down and then come from your mouth like a snake's teeth. He's a serpent and make it move like a snake. Let's see. I beg your pardon. Pardon granted, right? Just okay. All right. Pardon granted. Now how do you get out of here? Try swimming to shore. Just show the swimming. You do swimming this way and do swimming this way. I always find it easier just do a little breaststroke, swimming ashore. What'll I find there? You could either do maybe or depends. Just like depends on which side you go to. So depends or depends. Either one's really the same sign. That side or that side. And look when you do it. So depends that side, that side. Or even you can do depends this way, depend this way or this way, right? Uh, Try swimming to shore. Good. Now, how do we get out? Okay, we tried that. Looking for a white rabbit. Why? You say why a lot, right? Touch your forehead. Why? Followed him And Poopy vanished. A likely story. Yeah, sure. Yeah. This is just that Y that looks like a yes, but it's like that. Yeah, sure. I believe he was on his way to a croquet game. That's so. Oh, really? Right? True. You think I should attend the croquet game too? Did she invite you? And so here you're going to be like, invite. So this is my left fist. My right hand touches it and pulls back to an A. Right. Invite. Okay. So then after that part, my left hand is flat. My right hand goes out and pulls in. Invite you. Were you invited? In fact, I would just do invite and make a question mark. Were you invited? Um, let's see. Did she invite you? Who? The queen. So to Q, touch your left shoulder. I'm assuming you're right-handed. I'm right-handed. So touch your left shoulder and then come down to your right hip. Let's see. My computer is giving me a screen I don't want. Okay, queen. No, but I have a feeling that's where I'm going. Better see the Duchess first. Oh, you need to go meet. So put your right hand out, your left hand. These are both people, right? So it's just a single finger. You need to meet the Duchess first. So finger, meet the Duchess. And it's the same sign as Queen, except now you're making a D. So Duchess, where can I find her? Where she lives, of course. And I think we talked about that the other day, but since we're doing meet the Duchess, where can I find her? I think I would actually sign at home, where she lives, of course. Instead of doing lives, do home. At her home, right? Or you could do her home, either way, herself home. Uh, where she lives, of course. But don't say I told you. I don't care to have my head shoved out. Okay. At her home, but how did I tell you to do? Don't say I told her, because that was a little funky. Oh yeah, don't blame me. So don't blame me. I don't want. So don't want is, you're starting at not, but then you're turning not into these are the hands for want. You're basically throwing it away. I don't want. I don't want my head to cut off, right? So let's see. At her home, maybe just say go to her home. At her home, don't blame me. I don't want my head cut off, right? And you can do that in either order. Head cut off, don't want. In fact, I would sign it that way. Or you can sign don't want head cut off. All right. Well, that's what should neither do I. Well, that's what she'll do. Well, that's what she'll do. And you can just sign that will do in this case, because you can sign will cut off the head or you can sign will do. I think I would sign will cut off the head again. Just will cut off the head. That's what she'll do. Who? The Duchess? No, the Queen. Same signs. She's uncommonly fond of beheading people. She likes to behead people. Sorry if you hear my cats fighting in the background. They are full of themselves tonight. So anyway, they're good cats. They're just having fun. Okay, no, the Queen. She likes to behead people. That's very rude. Try telling her that. Just do tell and then away from. Don't do the tell toward Alice. Do it away from Alice, right? Tell her that. One can't go about chopping off people's heads. It just isn't done. And what you want to do here is you want to be, it's just not acceptable. It's not manners. This is the sign for manners. It's not mannerly, right? So manners, it just isn't done. It just isn't done. It's not right. It's not manners. And that's it. That's it for that scene.